Hi everybody, I just thought to do a quick video. It's been a minute, so I thought to do one as I have some time. Excuse the hair. um, you're not alone. You are absolutely not alone, regardless of how the state of the world is making you feel. It's all an illusion, and it's important for you to detach from that illusion as often as possible. We are currently dipping in and out of 3D, 4D, 5D, some of us more than others, but we are mostly dipping in 3 and 4D, let's say. So it's really important for us to realize that when we are in 3D, when we are more in fear, when we are more in lack and scarcity, all those feelings that we don't really want to feel, when we are more in that state of mind, we attract more of the same. This is something that most of us already know, but it's something that we really have to cement into ourselves in regards to being in the state of the world and still thriving, still feeling safe, still feeling empowered. So I thought to share a few things. When you are feeling fear, which is super understandable, not only because of the things that are occurring, but because of the collective energy that we are feeling, not just our energy we're feeling. We're feeling the collective, we're feeling our family and friends, we're feeling a lot of things. So it's very important for us to detach and know where we end and the other thing begins. So yes, there's things happening in the world that we'd rather not happen. Yes, there are things we have to face that we might not have thought to face. Yes, there are situations that we probably don't want to be in. However, these are just conditions of life. And our love for self, our peace, our happiness, our joy, our fulfillment has to be unconditional. If it's as conditional as the temporary circumstances are, then it's only going to last as long as the circumstance allows it to. Whereas if it's unconditional and we always carry within us a sense of security, a sense of self, a sense of power, then we are always above that which we are looking at. We are not here to be part of the craziness. We're here to hold space above the craziness so that people can find us, find themselves, and we can raise the vibration of the planet, right? That's a very generic kind of way to look at it, but it's a very important thing to continue to, sorry guys, to continue to remind yourself about, because it makes a lot of things fall into place a little more and it gives perspective. When you rise above the matrix, let's call it, this 3D illusionary kind of life that we've all mass accepted as real, when you rise above it, you have transcended physicality in some sense or another. And when you're in the non-physical realm, you're able to manifest and co-create exponentially compared to when you're living in this 3D kind of perspective. The people that are pissing you off, the people that are not seeing the truth, the people that are still choosing their own demise and running into this fire burning the best of them, they do not hold the capacity to see truth because they are not in a state of consciousness that allows truth. They are living and breathing in a third dimensional matrix. The matrix is all that they see. When you see past the illusion, you don't even, well, it depends on where you are in your journey, but at this point, I feel like I'm looking at a complete, like, it's a comedy show to me. I can't even make sense of how people are still taking these things seriously, right? And I know that I'm not alone. Many of us are feeling like the lone wolves or the black sheep of the family because we are. We are here to break generational trauma and issues. We are here to lead. We are here to help. We are here to assist. And unfortunately, a lot of us can't help the ones closest to us. And I think that's a burden that we have to bear, at least for now. Who knows what the future will hold, but it's important for us to detach enough that we are not so attached to the outcome of our family and of our close friends. if they are unaligned. You can love them from afar, and if they decide to meet you there and rise to meet you, there you will be. But there is no need for you to continue to drop your vibration and drop your state of frequency, state of consciousness into a lower level where you can't reach those that you're meant to reach. And you definitely can't reach the people that you're trying to reach, because they are literally at a different vibration to you and they will not understand what you have to say. It's almost like you're mumbling, or you're talking like in gibberish, and they can't understand it. Imagine it like that. Imagine that you're actually talking a different language to the people that are not understanding you, because that's pretty much what's happening. The way that they're feeling about things is not the way you're feeling about things. It's a completely different thing. We're seeing two completely different realities play out at the same time, and it's very, very interesting. 2022, I feel, is full of disclosure and awesomeness and abundance, and I feel so much alignment coming through for myself and for a lot of people around me. But that's to each their own. This year could be a freaking hellhole for many, or it could be the same as these last 2 years have been. Even though it may have been a crap year for you, there are people that have been thriving. Even though it might have been a shitty year for some people have had the best of their lives. And even through this shocking, horrible stuff, people are making decisions that are better for them. Some are taking longer than others, yes, but everyone is going to have to see this in the end. So having that patience and knowing that everything in divine order, everything in divine timing, and it's not up to you, nor is it your responsibility to save anyone. In fact, you can't save anyone. You are not here to save anyone. You don't have the capacity to save anyone. Everyone saves themselves. You can be a catalyst. You can be a guide. You can be an inspiration. You can give all the tools, but you are not doing the work. The person has to do the work. The individual has to do the work. So no matter what truth you're spitting and what amazing concepts you have and what you're offering, if you are saying it to the wrong person, it remains unreceived. And I've learned this from a few years ago, but now it's never been more important to realize that we don't have the energy to try and convince someone of something, because you're not meant to convince someone of truth. Truth is there. You don't need anything to hold it up. A lie, though, yes, it needs to be held up by much. But so many of us have decided that because we know better, we have to be, guiding and teaching everyone, or trying to convince people to see the truth, like, open your eyes, wake up. And I get it. Look, I'm there as well. We're always kind of in and out of like, everything's going to be good, and then, oh, fuck my life, everything's going to shit. Oh, everything's all right. That's kind of what we're dealing with. It makes total sense. None of the things that we're feeling doesn't make sense. It's okay to feel alone, but you're not alone. It's understandable that you feel alone and scared and upset, but you are not alone. You shouldn't be scared, and being upset is your choice, because you can choose to feel better. There's a lot of things in your life that you do have control over, that you could use to your advantage, that are free, that you don't need to leave the house for. That are many things that only you can choose to do or not. But we can't continue to sacrifice what we're here to do, our mission, who we are, our energy, our own joy and happiness, for else. It's super important to disconnect from life right now and to really ignore reality as much as possible. It has never been more important to ignore reality and to be in your own world, because seeming reality is not real. It is as illusionary as it comes. In fact, if you were to turn off television and turn off the media, you wouldn't even know what's happening if you walk outside, because nothing's happening except that which you desire to be happening, or that which you give your attention to. And so everyone is living a different kind of life right now, and it's very, very interesting. But here's a perspective that might lighten you up. Has it ever been more easy? Has it ever been easier to connect with your tribe? Has it ever been easier for you to know who's your kind of people or not? Has it ever been easier to share your spirituality, share your truth and how you imagine the world? If you're saying no, awesome. If you're saying, yeah, it has been harder, or that's not how I'm feeling, then maybe you have to broaden your circles. Maybe not in person, maybe that's just online for now. But what content are you consuming? What are you spending your time on? Where is your attention going at any given moment? And could it be going somewhere better that will make you feel better? If so, why aren't you doing that more? It's kind of a balancing act. I've written about this, the Ascension Balancing Act. It's like you want to be sharing and fighting for rights and saying everything on your mind because you're so passionate about it and you're so passionate about your sovereignty and your rights. And of course, you want to share that and you want to scream it. And it's just like, oh my God, it's so all-encompassing. And then there's also the patience and holding back and knowing when to speak and when not to speak, but just to listen, knowing when to actually share it with someone and actually assist them, or when not to share at all, and being kind of recluse, and then taking time to like integrate and kind of figure out what the hell you're even feeling, because this is new to us all. We are all learning on the job. So it's really important to surround yourself with individuals and energy and content that inspires and activates you rather than the converse. So whether that's just online watching some videos of someone or different people or whatever it is, or if it's in person, or if it's just going out in nature and letting nature heal you and guide you, there is something you can do right now that you're not doing, that will really assist you in maintaining your vibration at a high state so that you are unaffected by this fear, by this craziness, by this chaos. It can only touch you if you're resonating at the same frequency of it. That is the law of life. It's one of the laws of the universe. Like attracts like. Vibration attracts like vibration. If you're in a low vibration and you're letting things get to you and you're freaking out about all these different things that you're hearing, you're not in a space of co-creation. You're not in a space where you have the ability to choose differently or to feel better. You are in a space of lack, and you're in a space of not doing anything new or adding anything new to the world, but in fact, just doing something that everyone else has done. And we're not here to do that. We're here to be uniquely us. We're here to add something completely new to the world. And so I encourage you to realize this and try and see the ways in which you could probably make better decisions in the stuff that you're consuming and the environment that you're in. And realize that it is definitely up to you whether or not fearful things come and knock at your door, because if you're holding fear in your vibration, that remains a possibility. But if you are not holding fear in your vibration, then you actually are untouchable. And that's beautiful. And that's important to understand, that this year and the years to come are going to unfold just as the last two, in very different ways for everyone, extremely different ways, because of intentions that are set, because of energy, because of vibration. So those that are lying to themselves, they will reach their point as well. But it's not up to you to be on their ass or to be thinking about that all the time, or putting it like on yourself like it's your responsibility. Be there if they're ready to meet you. Be there with open arms and not a drop of ego. Just thanks for coming. Here you go. Here you are. This is all you need. Come with me. You're taken care of. That's what you want to be to every single person that has ridiculed you or ignored you or whatever that is. Be there when they're ready. But until they're ready, just detach from them and focus on those that are ready. And focus, more importantly, on yourself, on how you show up in the world. All right? So yeah, that's my message. I hope you're doing super good. I hope it wasn't too long. But yeah, you're not alone. We've got this. Stay high vibe. I love you.